Oh, we're in. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. SmackPack. Sunday. Talking about stuff. Wrestling. Cubicle-based hell.
I wanted to put in the wub 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 as the cell comes down, but it's too early in the morning, man. My back hurts. How you doing, Tim?
Good. Got coffee.
Yeah.
A mermaid mug. Good mug. Oh no. I don't know. I'm gonna drink more.
Did you make that mermaid mug?
Nah, some chick out in Nova Scotia.
Well, support your local businesses. And while you're here, you can support us.
She stopped making it. I don't know why. I broke the man mermaid, and they stopped making it. Can't buy more. It's bullshit.
I mean, I was trying to segue into supporting our local business and liking the video and hitting that subscribe button if you're here. Maybe sharing the video along with your friends and family and telling them Happy Father's Day. These two guys, they're your daddies now. And just like Roman and Rey Mysterio were our daddies on Friday. Good
dad fight.
Good dad fight. We're all about the dad fights here at Tim's Old Pod. Seems to be a thing. I mean, you've got Cody and Mox now have their first Father's Day appearances. And I'm sure they're happy, which is great. But it was all about Roman and Rey on Friday.
Yep.
Tell me, did you enjoy the match?
I did. I thought it was pretty good. It was short, like all that it needed to be. I think the callback to the power bomb was the right move.
I just wanted him to be yeeted off of the cell. I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen ever again. Nothing interesting is going to happen ever again off the top of the cell.
That's right.
Like just never. Just drop all expectation to that, and if they do it, it's going to look so bad you're going to wish they hadn't.
The closest thing they'll do is what they did last year in the Drew and Randy Hell in a Cell,
which sucked.
Yeah, Drew was kind of hanging precariously from the side of the cell,
5
not
feet
from the
off
second
the ground.
panel, but yeah, exactly. From the first panel, then he'll do a little drop onto
bump
the air.
I would take. Anyway.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, you know what? We don't need to take stupid bumps to get the point across because you know what? Like you said, that match was the right amount of time. Doing 15-ish minutes and having Rey get all of the offense in to start, that was great. I loved it. Like, Rey was just pissed off dad mode that night. And I am so into that.
Yeah, and they had a natural excuse just to be like, I want this now. I can't wait. Like, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, and like heading into it, when they announced that it was going to be on Friday instead of on Sunday, a lot of people were like, what the hell is this? This is garbage, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there like, no, it makes sense. It's a ratings boost. Fox wants to be above a 2.0 in the ratings. That's fine. And on top of it, with the way that this match played out, that was perfect for SmackDown. If this had happened on Sunday, today as we speak, people probably wouldn't have enjoyed it quite as much given the rest of the card.
Yeah, and it probably would have opened because that's what they did last year with Roman's cell match because they knew it was going to be this weird. It opened last year, right?
Which one? Roman and Jimmy? Yes.
Roman and Jay. Yeah. That was the first. Jay, yeah.
Yeah, that did open it, and it had a very good match.
So, I don't know. I think this was the right call. It made a lot of sense. I feel like I wish they had a different colored cell because it was hard to look at. All those bright blues and then that bright red.
You need to know what that cell is. It's literal hell, and hell is red.
It ain't that shade of red. I've never seen it, but I feel like I can be confident about it. It's not that shade of red.
I look forward to the day when I see the red Hell in a Cell. I've seen the silver one. I saw the debut of the cell the way it looks now, because when it debuted, it was long and short. Now it's long and tall. So they stacked up kind of two cages on top of each other, whereas it used to be just one very tall panel.
Yeah.
That or two very short panels together to get to the top. Where let's say it was 16 feet before, now it's 20 feet. That was they did enough to make it look a lot bigger, and they debuted that in Toronto at Unforgiven in 2006.
Damn.
So since then, it's always been that cell. Then they just painted it red, and people are kind of hit or miss on it. I get why it's red. I don't think it's the greatest, but
it's not horrible. I don't mind it. It's just with a blue stage everywhere else, it's a bit much.
That's a good point. I agree with that. And I agree with everybody here joining us over in our Discord channel. If you go over to the link in the bio, it's there. It just says, join our Discord channel. Come hang out with us, would you? Because that's fun. The easier cell is red, according to Caleb in our chat, to look through at least. I get it. It is more visible, and therefore you can kind of see through it maybe a little easily versus the silver.
Again, 100%. None of this has anything to do with like the cell itself or like a visibility complaint. It's blue and red.
You're saying the cell should be purple.
Like from anybody's like color design, that's like look. Yeah. Anyway, it's too bright of a red. I was about to say something. I mean, look at our overlay. It's pretty. It's some clashy colors.
Oh boy, ever. That's why I look at you directly in the screen and not on the overlay.
It's just a lot. Anyway, yeah. Don't look at the overlay. Look at us.
That's right. Just look at us. Roman choking out Rey twice, not just once.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he could have applied a more interesting choke. The like, I'm gonna just hold and squeeze your head from a standing angle is kind of dull for me, but it was fine. It looked still kind of painful.
Well, you're a UFC watcher. I wouldn't know. I don't want to call you a fan. I don't want to call you whatever, but you watch UFC fights.
Yeah. When
you watch them, do you like the guillotine choke? Because it's something that's applied in UFC quite often.
Not standing like that.
I guess so. That's fair.
Like what he's a big guy. Rey is like a foot shorter than him. All he had to do was put in a guillotine and then lift him up. Like a rear naked choke standing, holding him like that. Rey can brace with his legs. He's fine.
Rey's also, made of stem cells at this point in his career. So I don't know if you could pick him up and want him to do that without some neck damage.
I'm so bored. Like, take a risk. I don't care anymore. It's dumb.
I do like that afterwards, the second time he tosses Rey down and he says, "Happy Father's Day."
Yeah, which would have been much better on Sunday instead of Friday. But
well, listen, both men wanted to have the day off to spend with their kids. I get it.
It's fine.
I mean, Rey's got to spend it in, a hospital with his son looking over him. Yeah, so you got that. Jimmy comes out and he raises Roman's hand. What are the odds that next week on SmackDown, Roman comes up and does the stupid, "Jay, I'm so glad you were here at the end of my match to raise my hand." And Jay's like, "I wasn't there. That was my brother." And he's like, "Oh, I couldn't tell you two apart." What do you think the odds of that happening are?
They should. That's funny. No issue for me with that.
Because they're talking about it in the live chat here. Like, Jay wasn't there. Jimmy never found him. Nobody's talking about it. So Jay is presumably dead.
Yeah, I don't know. This was a surprise. Like, I didn't really expect that to happen. And then there's no payoff. So I guess we got to wait till Friday. Maybe there'll be a segment or something tonight. That would be nice. I would like that, to see a backstager with Roman and the crew. But
I don't know if there will be, because on Talking Smack this past Saturday, really Friday night after SmackDown, Paul Heyman open challenge issue was made. He issued an open challenge. My brain just jumbled words. So he issued an open challenge on behalf of Roman Reigns. So next Friday on SmackDown, anyone can challenge for the Universal Championship.
Okay.
Who's it going to be? Rampant speculation. It's going to be Jay. He comes out, he's just like, "I had the week off, Oos. Now I want to fight you." And he's like, "Why do you want to fight me?"
Yeah. I don't want to fight you.
I could easily see it.
Man. Yeah, what do you think?
It could be Cesaro. Could be Seth. Probably not Seth. Could be Cesaro. It could easily just be Jimmy. It could be Dominic, and then he just wipes the floor with Dominic.
Oh, this is starting to go off the rails.
Really?
I don't know.
That's what goes off the rails, because we're about to talk about putting the crown on the line.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, this one good storyline that's been on SmackDown. I don't know. It's starting to feel a little bit meandering.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're going to talk about Boogs Watch now instead.
Okay, let's talk about Boogs Watch. He did the thing again. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't change.
No. He was fine, though.
Yeah, he's fine. He's always fine. It's good.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He was fine. He did the thing. You know what? I'll bring up Talking Smack again. Nakamura was on Talking Smack this week, and in the background, like over where the ring is behind the barricade, he's standing on like a bunch of prop carts, and he's playing guitar after every Nakamura and after everything Nakamura says. Every answer to every question, he just starts shredding away, and it's comical. That's funny. It's
That's
silly.
a good bit. I like that bit.
It's just him in the background. Like, he looks like this tall compared to everybody else. He's just doing the thing. Go and watch it. I think it's so funny.
That
so
actually
stupid.
that sounds really good.
So you had the match for the crown on SmackDown, and the first thing I'm wondering to myself is why doesn't Boogs just run up and grab the crown while both of them are in the ring wrestling and just King Boogs? Why not?
I told you, for the honor. That's not how you acquire kingship. You have to do it through honorable combat. So
The
he did
honor
it
of
through
whom?
of I don't know, the office of King Corbin's country. I don't know. This is all dumb.
So yes, I guess Shinsuke is now the king of the ring or something.
As Cher Delaware put it, Kingsuke.
Yes,
There we
Kingsuke
go.
Nakamura. I'm into it.
Close.
Fine.
Yeah.
What's really funny is that had the Roman and Ray match not main evented last night or 2 nights ago now, they could have done this match, Shinsuke and Baron Corbin, as the main event because it was the longest running feud with something behind it on SmackDown. Like you can talk about the Intercontinental Championship, but honestly, that's been a whole mishmash of those four guys, five if you count Aziz.
Yeah.
Shinsuke and Corbin, like, yeah, they've gotten like a collective 8 minutes of match time in the four matches they had before, but at least there was like something going on that
Yeah.
they could have main evented with it, and it would have been silly as hell, but it would have been really fun.
I mean, they did the package again like they did with the match that nobody asked for or whatever it was.
Yes.
Like, I
They,
thought
they,
that was good. Like, they had built it up. It seemed like a real thing. Is it dumb? Yeah, but at least Shinsuke's getting some work. And Baron's good. Baron's good in the ring.
they
Fight
are
me.
turning. He is good in the ring. No one's going to
Yeah.
tell you not.
People say dumb shit.
Well, that's true. Some people don't know. They love turning Baron Corbin into a meme. Like you just mentioned the idea of like the match that nobody wanted. And then they had the crown and Shinsuke taking the crown, and that was a thing. And then this past week, they showed the close up of Baron Corbin having lost the crown, crying. I think they're going to make a meme and call it Crying Corbin.
Okay. I don't think it'll take off because it's not that interesting.
No,
Like,
it's not. But
like
they're going to try for something.
they singled out the crying, but it's like, I don't care. I don't see it. Like, it's not well done. Like, I don't care. Like, it's not like Michael Jordan crying. Like, it's not the same. Like, it's not anywhere near interesting.
It's time for something new, and I'm looking forward to seeing Baron Corbin used in a different role. I don't know what that is because, quite frankly, I don't think they do either.
No, they have no idea. There's no plan for either of them now that this is done.
No, and like Mike in the chat saying, I really hope this is over now, and maybe Nakamura gives up the crown for a tournament, like a King of the Ring tournament. Sure, if they want to do it and do it across episodes of Raw and SmackDown,
That's what's gonna happen. If they do a King of the Ring, it'll be like just on TV. That's the only time we're gonna see it again. I bet.
And that was the word going around from Fightful Select and others that USA and Fox want a little more pizzazz as fans come back. They want more pizzazz on TV. They want more theme stuff, more differentiation between just the regular shows that they see.
Yeah,
And
I
so
mean, hopefully what they don't do is follow the Fox crap with like the retro thing, like that awful episode.
They will.
Yeah, I know they're forced to, but I just hope that's not what Fox wants. God, I hate Fox so much.
Well, you don't want to watch more Tucker Carlson videos?
You're evil people.
So is Commander Aziz, a very evil.
No.
man.
An evil person would use the whole thumb, right? Not just the tip.
I'm telling you, if you use the whole thumb, you're going to risk A, paralysis, and B, you're going to hit the jugular. He'll bleed out. What are you trying to do?
That's a sick person. Yeah.
We're trying for a nerve hold. We're not trying for murder. What's wrong with you?
Can't catch that charge. I get it.
KO and Big E team up to take on Commander Aziz and Apollo. Yabba Dabba Kato Babatunde Aziz. Commander Yabba Dabba Kato Babatunde Aziz. I'm using his full name for effect. Okay. The promo in the back was fun. I quite enjoyed Big E kind of, being serious. The wound is still fresh. And then he broke into his gimmick. It was fun. I liked it. And, the match was fine. We're doing now Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn again at Hell in a Cell. And we're going to give our predictions and everything towards the bottom of the show. But, feelings. Going back to Sami and KO, are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Did you expect more? What do you think?
I don't know why we're doing it. They had a WrestleMania match. This feels kind of dumb. I expected KO to like gasp out in the cell, but didn't happen. So
And
why?
That was the belief early in the afternoon, was that Sammy and KO would be in the cell. And honestly, they haven't done KO and Sammy in the cell yet, and it would have been a really good match to have because they've done literally everything else.
Exactly. So yeah.
Instead, Bianca and Bayley get the cell, but we'll talk about that in a second. I barely remember this match. It was a fine match. I just remember Aziz wrestling in his coat.
Yeah, it was weird.
Got it.
But I remember him doing a pretty sloppy scoop slam outside of the ring. That I remember too. Big knee right on his butt.
Yeah, I was about to say, I do remember he wasn't very crisp, but he tried.
Yeah, he's doing his best.
You know what else I remember to do? I remember to leave a thumbs up on this video. I remember to leave a comment, and I've even subscribed to the channel. Have you?
You better.
Alpha Academy.
I'll give you the whole thumb if you don't.
Just the thumb. Alpha Academy decimates Angelo Dawkins. I love the beatdown. I was a big fan of that.
Very good. Good, right decision. It's good. I'm glad, they're doing good stuff. I like the Alpha Academy thing. It's working. Otis is showing some range. Shocking.
Yeah, they're performing well together. I like Otis the heel. Someone brought this up on Twitter, and they were saying, like, they've stripped away all of the charisma and all of the good stuff from Otis, and I don't know how to feel about it. And I was like, dude, that's the point. The idea here is that he is a soulless monster who's here to kill you and not remind you of what he was. He shaved his beard. He doesn't speak with he doesn't speak with any emphasis anymore. Everything is just gravitas and very low speak heavy stuff. Do that. It's great.
Yeah, and he can always return back to this at some point, or to what he was before.
That's what you're building towards, because he's going to eventually find out that Gable is using him, and he'll turn and become fun-loving Otis again, and everyone will be happy about it. And this time he'll be able to take parts of fun-loving Otis and mix it in with this serious persona that he's already begun.
Here's what you should be taking away from this, is that Otis might actually have a career. If you see your wrestlers with one identity, no real guarantee that they're going to be doing this for a long time, because they need to be able to switch them back and forth and up and down the card in order for them to be consistently used. So Otis getting the opportunity and a different look and style so that he can be the heel when he needs to be the heel for creative. This is excellent. It's good news for him.
Yeah, I just want to see Otis find that success that's not just him as a comedy character. We saw what happened last year around this time as a comedy character. Yeah, he was pushed, but he was pushed because Vince found him funny. And then what happened? Drop the briefcase. Time to do something different with him, and I think they've made the right choice here by turning him and putting him with Gable, and the two of them have chemistry. Both of them have very, very strong wrestling backgrounds. I'm not talking pro wrestling. I'm talking amateur wrestling backgrounds. They both have it. So why not play on that? I think it's the perfect combination for those two.
Absolutely.
Big fan.
You know what? Actually, Caleb in the chat mentioned Otis is in post-breakup depression with Mandy Rose, and you know what? I've seen so many young men in their sadness turn to just really despicable charlatans. So him going to the Alpha Academy post-breakup works for me.
Oh no! Breakup was like a year ago. Come on.
Well, they didn't even really break up. She just changed jobs.
They moved brands and gave her a sexy muscle friend.
But yeah. Either way, fine. It's funny.
They're both heels now, technically.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of.
Maybe. Yes. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what that was actually on Monday.
This week, I get. We'll talk about it on Tuesday.
Anyway, it's on Fox, so it's all, maybe someone will learn something, because I don't want to, screw Tucker Carlson, man. Oh God, I hate all that crap.
Ron in the chat saying, I'll take Tucker compared to Tyrus.
Yes, I wouldn't. I hope they both.
I don't care.
I don't think either one of them deserves to breathe there. Anyway, continue.
Bianca and Bayley. Bayley doesn't want Bianca to be breathing much air, because those two are going to meet up at Hell in a Cell on Sunday tonight. I need Bianca to stop telling me about how much she was bullied in the past, because I get it.
I don't care. I'm sick of the bullying angles. Now I just want the bullies to win.
There's only one way that they know how to tell the babyface story, and that is, I was bullied. Or I need to tell really stupid stories of Braveheart, because Vince McMahon loves Braveheart.
Oh my God.
I don't get it, man. I just need Bianca. And Bianca is so so good. She can
Yeah.
promo her ass off and wrestle her ass off as well. But in this case, like, there's so much potential, and she just needs better content. It's stale as hell. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. And like even Bayley's angle for this feud is really dull for me. The cackling and the multiple images on the Thunderdome that rest in peace, finally.
Yes, we are almost to the end of the Thunderdome era as we get closer and closer to fans returning July 16th. We're less than a month away. I'm excited. Ready for it. Let's do it. Yeah, you know what? I expect Bayley to be doing the laughter and doing the crazy thing because it's going to bring back the return of Sasha.
Yeah.
Who is also going to laugh crazily because everyone on SmackDown is crazy.
Yeah, it's an asylum. They should lock the arena when they leave.
Oh, it's a shame that TNA has the lockdown on the asylum.
Yeah, it's a shame.
This is
Again, we had the perfect opportunity. We have an entire pay-per-view with cells. Every match could have been in it, and then we could have never done it again. But here we are.
Worth noting that this is going to be the first Hell in a Cell match to feature a non-horsewoman competitor.
Cool.
Bianca's getting that push, man. I'm into it. I think
it'll probably be the best match on the card.
You think so? Because it was very last minute that they threw this match as a Hell in a Cell match together.
I think that the two people involved in it can really make it the most interesting one. I'm nervous about Bobby versus Drew. I don't know why, but I feel like it's not going to be very good.
Oh, we're going to get to those in the predictions when we get there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about talking it out, Seth and Cesaro, because this is a story that feels flaccid with two
They had a
seats.
match at WrestleMania. I keep saying this. Like, I'm tired. There's nowhere to go from there. Stop it.
And the thing is, there is a story being told, but it just isn't much. There's nothing going on here. I don't like it.
It should have blown off. They should have both separated into different things, but here we are running it back in the same type of match, a regular match. Oh, no. Wait, they're in the cell, right? No, they're not in the cell.
Not.
They were going to... Oh, man. Nobody's in the cell.
This could have been a fire main event on SmackDown.
Could have been.
But we're doing this instead. We're going to have a one-on-one match, and I'll bet you they do it again on SmackDown the next week.
Yep.
Woof. Well, anyway, that's SmackDown. There was a lot of good stuff. That main event was excellent, but at the end of the day, I just expected a little bit more on the undercard as we get to that. I guess really the undercard was fine. It was just the tag match, the KO Biggie, and then Aziz and Apollo was meh. The crowd match was fine. It was actually quite good. Bianca Bayley was okay. They go out to a cell match, and then Seth and Cesaro was just kind of lazy.
Yeah, like I feel like just most of my qualms with this are the build to this pay-per-view. I don't feel that much towards tonight.
Right. And as expected, it's a 5-week build. Therefore, Vince McMahon doesn't know what he's planning to do until the week before. So we had
one extra week is hard, I guess. You get that false sense of security that you got time, and then you don't have time all of a sudden.
The problem is he takes too much time, and then he throws one of the matches onto SmackDown at the last minute. Let's move on to Impact. I don't want to go too far into Impact. We watched it this past week over on Fightful Gaming, twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming, as we do every single Thursday at 8 p.m. with our friend Steven Jensen, and then I bring on different people all the time. This coming week, it's going to be Spencer Love from Love Wrestling. This past week, Tim was here to bail me out when someone couldn't make it, so that was appreciated. Thank you, friend. Slammiversary needs to change a lot. Because I can't...
Speaking of not hype, I'm not hyped.
And we went for a long stretch of Impact being so good and having so many good stories that like they feel they're losing some steam here, because Sammy and Kenny is not a match I want to see unless they become like a super hardcore death match. That's the only way I'm going to be interested in watching Sammy wrestle.
Yeah, it needs to be a death match.
Yes.
That's it. That's the only stipulation that will make me care.
Exploding barbed wire ring death match, the second to get Kenny back on track.
Yeah. Gotta be funny if Impact ended up just doing that and it was way better.
And they're doing it in the studio with the fans, and it's that. Or no, they pull the AEW and they do the tape match for the main event, and they film it at Daly's place with no fans.
Oh man.
Oh God, Moose and Chris Sabin though, that match will be good, and there is a story there
because
Moose took out Chris Sabin. I'm fine with that. There is actually something going on there.
Yep. And like,
Cool.
it felt like a bit of a wonky transition, but at least it's a transition, which is more than I can say for SmackDown.
Yes. Uh, on top of that, there's a potential of Havoc and Rosemary taking on Fire and Flava for the Knockouts tag titles.
Looks like it.
Again, don't need it. I need that match to happen on an episode of Impact, at which point Fire and Flava say, we have no more competition. And Scott D'Amore says, well, you do now. I've hired the former Iconics, now called the Inspiration.
That's terrible. Is that what they're going with?
They bookmarked that. They're not bookmarked. They
trademarked it.
Copyrighted, trademarked it this week.
Does it have two eyes again?
You bet.
Oh, that is they really don't have any ideas.
So did you see that little clip from
I saw a headline. I didn't watch the clip. I saw that she basically said, "I'm boring" to Vince McMahon, which is like, no wonder your ass got fired.
She did the one thing that everybody in the business tells you not to do, and that is have one idea when you're pitching to Vince. You heard the Chelsea Green story of her
many
cornering
terrible
Vince
ideas.
with a billion ideas. And yeah, that's the thing. They may not have been good, but
some of them were. Some of them got, I don't know. I would have liked to seen some of them. I don't even care. But
regardless, the story was there that she came in, she had one super fleshed out idea, and Vince was like, next. And she was like, oh, I got nothing else. So they're the Inspiration. Their podcast is really good, by the way.
Yeah,
off their chops.
It's fun. They are funny. Like, that's the thing. They're talented. They're funny. It's just maybe, I don't know, find a way to learn how to brainstorm.
Right.
Like, you gotta.
I don't know what they expected out of this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so there's going to potentially be the former Iconics at Slammiversary, and we're all just assuming. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the right move for them. I don't think AEW makes a damn bit of sense. They don't have women's tag titles. They're like a good tag team. It's the only place that really makes sense to me. So,
yeah, especially if they want to keep working together. Mm-hmm. Edward Edwards and Kojima are going to take on Violent by Design, potentially at Slammiversary. Kojima defeated Rhino to receive the match.
Title shot, yeah.
They haven't called it for Slammiversary. If they do, fine. What I prefer is maybe they do the tag match on an episode of Impact. Do a loaded episode of Impact.
Yeah.
Where they tape all these big matches that should happen at Slammiversary but aren't. And then change everything up before Slammiversary itself. And then maybe have Kojima and Edward Edwards as a one-on-one match instead.
Yep.
Turn Eddie heel.
Yeah, do something with him. Because right now I don't know. He's just floating.
Make him no longer the heart and soul of Impact, because Thomas Dreamer, Anthem executive, is still, head of the Anthem board.
I think he was just sent by the Anthem board is what he ended up saying. And I was like, oh, that's
very
nothing.
Convoluted.
You're nothing. Like, you're just some guy.
It was very convoluted, and I don't know what they were trying to get out of it. Is he the new... What is he? Is he the new Don? Is he replacing Don? Is he just a guy? Is Scott D'Amore now the only guy? There was a lot of stuff left.
I don't know. The Anthem office is down the street. Maybe I'll just go walk.
Did you? We can go. Yeah, we'll go together. Just knock on the door and be like,
yeah,
who's the head of Impact Wrestling?
What the hell is
going
going on?
What's Impact Wrestling? What is this thing? And then security comes and takes us out. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, fake it till you make it Friday. AEW Dynamite. It was the last Friday of the Dynamite era, I hope. Now, Tim, you're a big MMA fan. You love watching UFC. I feel like we've been here before.
This was a UFC cosplay, and it was cringy as hell. Also, he fights for Bellator, and they emulated UFC.
I told you, I told all of you, first of all, that there was no way that Bellator was going to let Hager win. Hager is the face in this thing for some reason, and they were building Wardlow to be a beast. It was so he obvious.
Did a Hurricane Rana.
He did. They were taking a bunch of like best of MMA moments.
Yep, the Superman punch off the cage. God, yeah. Like,
the only thing they didn't do was a Canadian destroyer, which we've seen in MMA before, and people like marked out and loved it. Oh my God.
It was so bad. And like, why is everyone so afraid to like lay in a like kind of a punch? Like,
dude,
like why train your abs so hard that you're petrified of doing anything more than a light graze on a guy's body, like with gloves. No, and the for some reason 1 pound lighter, that 1 ounce lighter than the UFC gloves.
Dude, I love Aubrey Edwards, but you hit it on the head when you said they cosplayed a UFC fight. She got in there and she was doing her best like Herb Dean impression.
Who's the ring announcer? I wanted to slap him. I can't remember his name. Like,
oh my god, DMs with 13-year-old girls.
That one. Yeah.
Anyway, it's not important.
He looks like a Justin. Maybe he's a Justin.
Yeah, it's Justin Roberts.
That's it. Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, I couldn't with him. I can't with him any week because he's wearing, we talked about this. He's wearing both in-ear monitors. And I'm like, you don't need that, dude.
He just loves the sound of his own voice that much.
Probably. And he's got the hair. Yeah. Thanks, chat. Listen, we did this whole thing just for the post-match beatdown that took forever and to get to MJF.
Oh, it was boring. And that awful armbar. Jericho.
He's a cat. Your cats are going to come running now.
Yeah, no kidding. Man, I don't know. All of that whole, everything about it was awful.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, we're all just working to get MJF heat, hitting Dean Malenko, taking Jericho's cast off. Jericho's having like a cat, whatever. Meanwhile, Darby Allin is stupid.
Yeah, that didn't turn out to be anything. Nothing happened.
He stayed home.
He just got his ass beat.
I like the zip tie spot.
That was a good bit. That was fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Ethan Page was having a good time with that. And then taking out the toolbox and like trying to find the wire cutters. I like that. That was fine. And you know what? Page and Sky needed the W. And this is the best way that they could have done it because it was a 2-on-1 match, builds heat. And they were able to take out Darby Allin, which is great. I loved it.
And it established that Scorpio Sky is in fact in a tag team again. Men of the year.
Good for Scorp. Very happy.
Yeah.
Darby Allin's still dumb though.
Yeah, that was like what I don't get the stay home Sting crap because it was just like, okay, why did you sound so dramatic about it?
he wanted to go at it alone, and he wanted to let Sting have a wonderful Father's Day weekend.
That's exactly. It was clearly just Sting needs a week off.
Well, they didn't want to interview him, so they decided to give him the week off.
Yeah, exactly.
But we never take a week off, so why don't you go ahead and toss a like on the video and subscribe to us. Share the video around with your friends. Okay, let's move on. Orange Cassidy and Cesar Bononi. I didn't know what to expect from this match, but I loved it.
The best match on the show?
Yeah, I could go that far. Yeah,
I would go that far. I love the wingman. The spray tan was so funny.
So stupid.
It was like a pit crew makeover.
Messing with his hair, putting
yeah.
You know what? I need for 1 week. I need Matt Cardona to come back, just reprise Zack Ryder and join the Wingmen.
Yeah.
Just take care, spike your hair, do the whole gimmick. I'm into it.
I love that they have this stable and they get to be on TV and they're now graduated from Dark and stuff because they put the work in on this one. And Peter Avalon finally has a gimmick that seems to be sticking. It's great. It's good stuff.
JD Drake being the guy who catches Orange Cassidy when Cassidy is launched by Best Friends.
Beautiful move, by the way.
very well done. I liked it.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, Orange Cassidy getting a makeover was just ridiculous. Putting the sparkly jacket on him, the spray tan, the whole nine. It was fun.
Yeah,
I assume this is going to become a 6-man tag at one point.
Yep, as it should.
Do Bononi, Cesar Bononi, JD Drake, and probably Ryan Nemeth.
Yeah, probably.
And then put the other 3 in there. Now, let's say hypothetically, we add a woman to the Wingmen. Who would be the Wingman woman?
Oh man, there's so many people on the roster.
Who could wingman the Wingmen? Who would be the Robin Scherbatsky of the Wingmen?
Oh man. Okay, let me pull up the AEW roster because I feel like there's someone like perfect, and I just can't think of it. It's not Abaddon.
Put Abaddon.
Insane.
With the Wingmen. Check in on this. Help us out. Who is the woman who would wingman the Wingmen?
Yeah, someone weigh in here because like I feel like they have
Layla Hirsch. That's the one that comes.
That's the one that came to mind. Like, but she'd need to change her character. Obviously, they don't have the perfect person. Like they don't. She's not.
You get Renee Michelle. That's Drake Maverick's wife. and she's been on Dark Elevation a bunch. And she is a beautiful French woman. Swole is another one that's very funny. But yeah, Renee Michelle. That's who I would bring her in and have her be the wing woman for the Wingmen.
I think that'd be a good move. I think that makes sense because no one else really fit, unless I don't know who Mel is, because I don't think I've ever seen her wrestle, and she's the only one that I don't even know who this person is.
Natalia Markova is another one. I like Natalia. She's a little hit or miss for me though. Sometimes she's a beautiful Russian doll type wrestler. That's her gimmick, and she could do well. Yeah,
that would work. Yeah, that could fit.
I'm sure she would love it because she'd get herself a contract. Why not? Vicky Guerrero, absolutely not. Let's move on.
No, less of Vicky entirely, in my opinion.
Well, we get her in 2 weeks in a tag match, so have fun with it.
I don't even understand. Okay.
And she's gonna be the one to pin Rebel. That's the best part.
Yeah, sure.
Or that's going to be the big like reveal surprise, whatever that Andrade was talking about, which we'll get to in a sec. First, let's talk about the Cody verse. Talk about Brock Anderson and Cody taking on QT Marshall.
God, they love making hay out of that.
Yeah,
and JR, I refuse. And it's like, yeah, man, I feel like you refuse about a few other things too.
Aaron Solo was there as well. Brock had a good.
He's good. He was good. I enjoyed watching him. I don't remember anything that Aaron Solo did, but like I do remember Brock.
Brock is 23 years old. That's great. He looks like he's 40. Sure.
But otherwise it's fine. Yeah. He even dresses like he like his in-ring gear looks dated somehow.
No spine buster. That's a good point. No spine buster.
Now they're
Brock.
building to it.
And I think honestly the spine buster is going to be what he uses when he turns on Cody in 2 weeks in Miami during that stupid strap match. Tickets are still available.
I can't wait.
And it's going to be great. I think they're really going to build that spine buster, and that's going to be the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Homelander asked Cody. Speaking of which, post-match, they do a shot of Cody on the outside as Brock is celebrating with his daddy. And Brock looks Cody looks less happy and more concerned.
Yeah.
Was it just a weird camera shot, or was there something there? Keeping in mind that the show was pre-taped.
I don't know. Like, it does seem like Cody might not have gotten the attention he wanted. So he did do that little coaching bit at the start that they made a point of pointing out. So I don't know. Maybe he's going to feel outshined.
Oh, well, congratulations to Cody and Brandy on the birth of their daughter. Let's move on. Jungle Young Adult and Kenny had another go ahead, another go about.
That was a fun promo. Kenny seemed to have mixed feelings. There were a lot of compliments being thrown out and a lot of ass talk. So
Jungle Young Adult is a very, very good looking guy. I can see why Kenny would be marginally attracted to him.
Yeah.
He's no Hook, but Jungle Young Adult has a certain je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
The match is going to be good. The match is going to be fun next Saturday on Dynamite, but man, I'm just ready for those two to fight and not talk about knuckle sandwiches and ass anymore.
Yes, please. No more.
No. Jungle Young Adult not caring for games but wanting to fight. I'm down with that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
We're into like the talky talk part of Dynamite in my notes. Cage in a Cage was funny.
Yeah, right after,
making weird yelping sounds during the whole segment. Just like, Allie, stop, please, for the love of God, stop.
Funny.
She is. Her road diary, her YouTube vlog is funny. Yeah. I posted a video of her going up to one of the members of Private Party and him doing his little like, "Hey ladies, my name is da da da," and he does the whole smooth gimmick, and she's like, "Okay, yes, so," and just like no sells it, and it's really, really stupid and really funny. Go find it; it's somewhere on my Twitter. I don't know. Listen, I need stakes to this Christian and Matt Hardy feud. I need something because I don't care to see just Matt Hardy and Christian.
Old man fight.
We love dad fights, not old man fights.
Yeah, they're both dads.
Yeah, they are. I mean, as much as Matt Hardy can be a dad to like 15 different kids.
True.
All from the same woman, but it's like every time she speaks, she's either angry or announcing a pregnancy.
There's a lot of people on this planet.
There's a lot of Andrade and JR with JR no selling Andrade with the
That
name
didn't
challenge.
quite go how we were hoping.
No.
They did kind of sort of do the name pronunciation bit, but it was mostly just a platform for Andrade to talk real slow.
What did you think about them using subtitles for Andrade?
Uh, I mean, okay, so did they start with that? Because I feel like when he was speaking English at first, there were no subtitles. Then he switched to Spanish. Then when he switched back to English, they maintained the subtitles, which seemed odd. Or were they there the whole time?
I didn't notice. I just thought they were there the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but like I think they started when he was in English. Anyway, whatever. His English isn't great. Like it took a long time to say very little, which is fine. Whatever. Like
The
I
one
just
thing
they didn't do anything in the segment. Like that's what I'm more upset about.
Now, the one thing that was, part of the promo was Andrade and Vicky having a surprise. I don't expect anything groundbreaking. I don't know
didn't
about
even
you.
land like the way that yeah, like I heard that, but I was like, it didn't seem like anything special to me, if that was what they were going for.
Yeah, and then Thea Trinidad, formerly Zelina Vega, had posted something like, on her Twitter. And I'm like, okay, cool. So it's not her.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It felt like it might have just been the surprises were just going to be dominant. Like I don't know, but
Yeah, it could be watch us surprise you by being dominant people because he wasn't in WWE, at least at the end. So that could easily be that. Listen,
I've never seen him do anything of noteworthy. I just haven't been fortunate enough to yet. So I'm hoping that he delivers.
I still think that it's going to be Zelina Vega returning to WWE because Tommy End is still doing Twitch streams and he is not including her at all on her own channel. So it feels like there's something going on with Thea Trinidad in WWE. That's Zelina Vega.
And I don't think that Alistair coming back to WWE is even off the table yet.
Right. Because right now he can't. I mean, yeah, they can turn around and bring him back within the 90 days, but it feels like he's just taking his time if he comes back.
Yeah.
But I don't expect it to be Zelina Vega. I will be shocked, pleasantly so. Be nice if she unblocked me on Twitter, but at the end of the day, she comes back, then sure, why not? FTR and LAX. Good promo. Great promo.
Yeah, bit long for me, but it was good.
I need these two teams to have a series of matches. A best of 5 with some gimmicks involved. And then the winners of the best of 5 get the tag title shot. I think that's the way to go.
I think that'd be good. Like we know that LAX can deliver in like good gimmick matches. Like that street fight was tremendous. Probably one of the best things AEW's ever put on. So,
and here's the thing: going on the road, they're going to be in North Carolina very soon for Dynamite, and that's where FTR's homestead is.
Yep.
They're going to be in New York.
Yep.
In Queens, where LAX is. They got to do something with those two teams in some sort of attraction site match. That's why I'm saying a best of 5, because you can really play it out and have those two be the major beats for a best of 5 series.
100%. I think that'd be really exciting. It'd be a nice long-term thing that would keep people interested really in both teams solidly, and keep the feud alive between the two factions. So
exactly. LAX talking about all the stuff they've encountered in their life. Sure, why not? It was fun. And then FTR having to justify their success and their spending. I like that.
Yep.
Saying we buy $1,000 suits because we deserve it and because we can treat ourselves. Good. Treat yourself, FTR. Yeah. Why not? There you go. Tommy End had a workout stream this morning on Thea's channel. So there you go. He's all over the Twitch. He loves the Twitch now.
Okay, Twitch away.
You know who else likes Twitch is Penelope Ford. She had herself a good match against Julia Hart this past week on Dynamite.
Yeah, that was really good.
Penelope Ford hits hard.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. I enjoyed it. And you know what? What are we building up Penelope Ford for? Because that was random. It was a good match. But man, it's random to see her A, get a victory, and B, have a standout match on Dynamite.
Yep. And then Miro, it was like, I guess it was more in service of bringing Miro out than anything. Like
there it is.
Yep. Yeah, it was just so Miro could come out and presumably eventually lead to Miro versus Kip. But right now we're doing Miro versus Brian Pillman Jr.
Fine, because Kip is still injured and he's out. But I like the idea of Miro inserting himself into this whole thing.
Yeah.
I also like the idea of Penelope Ford getting closer to Miro and becoming a kind of a friend, a confidant, maybe falling for him a bit. and then Kip comes back.
Oh yeah, we talked about this. That could be a good angle. Yeah.
Brings in CJ, brings in Lana, and then Lana turns on Kip, and then it's Miro, Lana, and Ford, and they're in a throuple, and they just own AEW. Let's do it.
Yeah. I think that would be such a really good way to tell this story long term, which again, like I trust that AEW can think that way because they've shown that they can before. So
exactly.
And in the meantime, I'll have to listen to JR talk about cheerleading some more. God,
yes.
Retire, JR. Retire.
At least they're not talking about their weight, so we got that going for us.
Yeah, no, we're making cracks about, are you a cheerleader, Tony? Blah, 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 blah. Idiot.
Very quickly, Jade Cargill's promo. Four Seasons, by the way, in Toronto, is actually owned by Shahid Khan. It's owned by Tony Khan's dad.
Oh my God.
So they used it right. It was very funny. The promo code doesn't work though. I tried.
Of course not. Work. Did you do it with the asterisk because they can't say the full word bitch? So
I didn't try the asterisk, but I did use. I tried hyphens. I tried spaces.
There's no way in hell it actually works. But yeah. There's an asterisk instead of an I.
I'm gonna try it again. Not now, but when we're off the air.
Yeah.
Try it again.
Report back.
That's right. Can stay at that.
Follow us in the Discord. Link in the chat. Link in the description.
Yeah, there you go. Get us on Discord. We'll look up and see if we can all stay at 4 Seasons together in Toronto.
Yeah.
And then the main event: Matt Jackson, the Good Brothers defeat Eddie Kingston, Penta, and Kazarian, the Bullet Club Hunter, the Elite Hunter as he is now. Going into the match, there was a promo, and in the promo it ends with Eddie Kingston saying, "Your souls better belong to Jesus because your asses belong to us."
A lot of ass talk this week.
that line though, that's actually a line from Captive Honor by Megadeth.
Oh.
There's a line in the song where it says, "Your soul better belong to Jesus because your ass belongs to me."
That's awesome. That's good.
I was like, good stuff. I was like, I've heard this somewhere. Where did I get this?
Yeah.
And I remember, it's Captive Honor by Megadeth. So go ahead, listen to that.
Funny. He gave a big old wink too at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's fun. The match was whatever. It was kind of forgettable. Anderson, Jesus Christ. I always do this. I always do this. Karl Anderson gets the pin because he always gets the pin.
Yeah. Better wrestler though.
True. I'm glad that Kazarian did not take the pin. The Elite needed to win after last week.
Yeah. The minute that someone realizes they can just close their damn eyes to fight against that cold spray, oof, game changer.
Yes. Like, Penta, for some reason, could not.
No one can close their freaking eyes. Like,
don't know why he gets all flustered when the stuff is in his eyes.
Yeah.
A good Dynamite, a forgettable Dynamite next week
on
Saturday.
Yeah, it was pretty meh. So
either way. Very quickly, NXT UK, there was a triple threat segment with Ilya Dragunov, Rampage Brown, and Joe Coffey. And it was really good. And it's just 3 angry dudes who want to beat each other up and prove that they are the toughest in NXT UK. Go out of your way to watch it. I enjoyed it. Any thoughts on that one?
No, it was good. How tall is Ilya Dragunov?
The other
two are quite a bit bigger than him, aren't they?
Yeah, he is the short man.
Yeah, he's gonna look odd in this triple threat, but I'm here for it because he's showing that he's like, kind of nuts.
That's what it is. He's tough because he's crazy. Yeah, he's that kind of crazy. Whereas the other two are very large, dominant men. NXT UK this week was fine. There isn't a lot for us to talk about or really want to talk about because of some of the people there. But Nathan Frazier defeated Rohan Raja in a very, very good physical match. I was a big fan of it, and they're slowly building Nathan Frazier for Walter, I think.
Yeah, it seems that way, 100%.
But it looks like they're transitioning Frazier to a feud against Tillman, which I don't know much about. I don't know much about Tillman. But it looks like those two will have a feud going forward.
That's the thing. I've seen I don't know. There's so many backstage segments in this show, and I'm just... It's hard for me to keep all the wrestlers straight because everybody looks 40 plus, but they talk like they're 18, and I'm just getting a little bit confused.
Shaw Samuels reading from the paper every week.
Yeah, there's a guy named Flash Morgan Webster, and that's the longest, shittiest name. I don't understand why.
Okay, so get to the main event. That's subculture. He was not. He was in the match. It was him and Danny Luna taking on Ginny and Joseph Connors. It was fine. It's a good match. Danny Luna stood out. She was the star of the show.
Yep.
It's a good match. I like their entrance. I like Subculture's entrance. I do.
Yeah, song's cool. I don't. It's weird. I don't care for the subculture gimmick, but it's fine. Again,
Doing
they're
the black and
40
white thing.
plus looking people who act like they're 18.
I mean, that's kind of like us.
It's also a mix. It's a mix of subcultures, which is confusing. I don't know.
It was because it used to be called South Wales Subculture.
Oh my god.
That was the name of the group.
Another good. At least they can edit some names.
Yeah, so they put it down to subculture, and that's fine. And now they're just going to be subculture.
I'm gonna chalk this all up to just cultural differences that I don't get, because there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of UK in jokes that I'm just like, I don't know what the hell is any of this is about.
You mean subcultural differences? Tee that one up for me, buddy. You want to preview Hell in a Cell tonight?
No. But let's give the people what they want. I know that's what the people want. So
we'll plug it real quickly. 8 p.m. Eastern. That's the show. And it's also going to be when we go live over twitch.tv/FightfulGaming. We'll be watching the show, hanging out in the chat, doing the thing. Let's talk about Hell in a Cell.
Hold on. I got to tweet it out. We got to give people what they want. They got to know. I'm retweeting your tweet with a quote tweet. Is that what a tweet is?
I'm afraid.
I don't know how to tweet. It just says right now. All right, let's go.
All right, Bobby Lashley defends his WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre.
Daru.
If Drew does not win the WWE Championship, he can no longer challenge for the title as long as Lashley is champion.
Good.
What do you think?
Good. Drew loses.
Really? Do you think there's a big ending? Do you think there's a schmaz?
Yeah.
Do you think it's the Fiend? Is that where you're going?
Oh no. I didn't even think about that. Why you got to put that out there in the world? I don't know. Just have MVP take his cane and jam it through one of the holes in the fence right into Drew's face. And then boom, Lord. Bobby gets the pin.
Yeah, okay, I'm fine with it. So you're saying Bobby Lashley wins?
Yeah, I'm saying Bobby Lashley wins because I want them to be over on him because I think he deserves a decent run, and Drew's had his.
I think Bobby Lashley wins, and I also think that McIntyre gets taken out, if not by the Fiend, then by Jinder Mahal.
That'd be great. That would be so great.
The Fiend.
As the Fiend. Yeah, since we're giving Bray's gimmick to everyone.
Amazing. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line in Hell in a Cell, as we discovered on Friday. It's going to be Bianca Belair defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Bayley.
Bayley.
Bianca challenged Bayley. Bayley laughed her way into it. She's insane. But on Friday night, she stood tall on SmackDown with that title in the hand and a wall of her with the title in her hand and people around her. So what are we doing here, Tim? Who's going to win this match?
Bianca Belair.
Oh boy, howdy, do I agree with you on that one.
Almost certainly, like, without a doubt.
Because it feels like the play is Bianca and Sasha being replayed at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
They're talking a lot of Sasha lately, and it's not just because she got nominated for an Emmy.
We're just getting a lot of remixes. What?
Yeah, for Mandalorian.
What?
Yeah, she got nominated.
Why?
Anyway, for the Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley defends her championship against Charlotte Flair, not in the cage. I need Rhea to stop sucking on her promos, which is not her fault. It's really just what she's being given.
No, it's the material she's being given, but you got to find a way. It's tough.
Charlotte Flair, on the other hand, is doing some of her best work, which is saying a lot. She's been around doing this.
And I'm not a big Charlotte fan, but I'll give her her due. She's doing good.
Like we're waiting for Becky Lynch.
Yeah. Holding pattern.
In the PC, according to Fightful Select and PW Insider, Winsider, there was some training going on. Becky Lynch training with Indy Hartwell and others, possibly for a return. Could be time. And we need 3 women for Money in the Bank, so we're gonna have to get to that conversation very soon. So between Ripley and Flair in a one-on-one match, who wins?
This one, I don't know. I could see them taking it off Rhea and putting it on Charlotte going into SummerSlam.
Yeah. So are you saying Charlotte?
No, not yet. I'm still weighing. I'm trying to do the math on who's lost what and all that. The build up with these stupid Nikki Cross things. I don't know. Is there not going to be a title change tonight? Is this a night of defenses?
Possibly, because we're in the Thunderdome for the last time, RIP Thunderdome.
Yeah.
We can bring out all the stops when we go back on the road, starting in less than a month.
Yeah, so I think I'd see Rhea retain.
So you're saying Rhea Ripley retains?
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you. I think Charlotte's going to be in the Money in the Bank. If Charlotte wins the Women's Championship and keeps it through Money in the Bank, Rhea will be in the Money in the Bank. They're still not going to win. I still think it's going to be Doudrop winning on behalf of
Which is that's such a good idea.
That's what I want. Speaking of spooky shit, it's going to be Shayna Baszler and Alexa Bliss in a one-on-one match. It's not going to be a gimmick. It's going to be black magic messery, and who knows. Baszler needs a win, but Alexa Bliss has not been pinned in almost 1 year. What do you think? Is Reggie going to join in? Is Lily on parole? What are we going to do?
Bliss wins. I don't know what we're going to do, though. And that's the real thing I'm interested in. It could be so bad. It could be so good. Who knows?
I think Bliss wins, but I'm also very close to saying it's going to be a DQ finish.
Yeah. At which point, like, okay, so, yeah, like, I hate that because, like, Shayna wins, but, like, some DQ nonsense. Like, it's splitting hairs.
Yeah, well, that's how you keep Bliss from losing a pinfall victory or a pinfall loss. It works, but it doesn't work at all.
No.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, it's going to be a return to form. It's going to be a good match again, but there's no stakes. Doing it in the cell could have been cool, but it also would have been overkill. What do you think?
Who won at Mania? KO?
KO won and then stunned Logan Paul.
Sami Zayn wins.
Sammy?
I'm saying Sammy.
I agree with you. I also think that Apollo and or Big E get involved.
Yep, 100%.
Let's do that. And then finally, Seth Rollins takes on Cesaro. We've already discussed this. They're just two angry men who want to angrily beat each other up. What do you got? Seth and Cesaro.
Seth wins.
I think...
it's hard, though. It might be Cesaro.
Cesaro won at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's why I said Seth wins, because I'm just phoning it in at this point.
I'm going to go with Cesaro to be contrarian, but also because the story has been Seth beat up Cesaro, so now Cesaro needs his... needs his just desserts. Luis coming in and saying, I hope Cross comes in and yeets Alexa and gives Shayna the win. That's the only way I will accept a Cross call-up. I don't even want to see Karrion Kross show up anytime soon, my friends. But I know he was backstage on Friday. I know him and Bronson Reed were backstage on Friday, just doing the thing, you know, having some matches in front of Vince and Bruce and being like, hey, we can work. We're big guys. You can love it.
Do you love us, Daddy? Do you love us?
That's Shane whenever he comes in. Do you love me, Daddy? As he falls off the cell.
Ah!
What a way to end this show, because quite frankly, it is Father's Day.
Father's Day.
To our fathers out there, happy Father's Day. To those who are celebrating maybe as a single parent, happy day to you. Enjoy the day with your kids. If you're not a father, you're a father to be, whatever it is, enjoy the day. And until then, Tim, where can the kids find you on the internet?
Kids can find me at TimStoneP, TimbStonep on Twitter.
I am at Joel Pearl, JoelPearl. Join us in the Discord. The link is in the bio, the description of this video. Toss us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and tell us how you thought of the show. And by the way, we'll see you tonight for Hell in a Cell over on Fightful Gaming, twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming, live watch along. Come and join us, would you? Until then, we'll see you on Tuesday.